Hello there. So, my name is Gary, and today I'm sitting with the award winning realtor and associate broker, GauravNagpal, sir. And today we are here to know about his life, his journey in real estate, and a little bit about the real estate market in Calgary and surrounding areas. So, let's welcome Gaurav, sir. How are you today?
I'm good. Hello to everybody. Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar. I'm doing
So,
fine. Thank you.
perfect. So, sir, Sanu, even though many people know about you, but we still want to know about your life ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਰੀਅਲ estate 'ਚ ਆਏ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਰਨੀ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਐਂਡ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਕੀ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
Sure. So, just to give you a little bit of background, originally I'm from India, New Delhi,
ਓਕੇ
and we moved here in 2011. But cut it short to 2015 when we moved to Calgary. I was teaching at Bovali College.
ਓ ਨਾਈਸ
I always have this, inside me, the salesperson, and I always wanted to help others to achieve, the biggest goal of their life. So the opportunity came in the COVID time when I decided to move on from the college job to a business where I can help each other. So that's where I thought of becoming a realtor, and that's how my journey started. So now it's been 5 years
very
that
nice.
I'm a realtor and recently became associate broker with Prep Realty.
अमेजिंग अमेजिंग सो सर जैसे देखा है कि फ्रॉम लास्ट फ्यू इयर्स कैलगरी में बहुत ज़्यादा लोग मूव हो रहे हैं सो मैं पहले ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि व्हेन यू मूव्ड हियर टू कैलगरी व्हाट वाज योर एक्सपीरियंस हाउ डिड यू लाइक कैलगरी एट दैट टाइम क्या क्या आपको जैसे प्रॉब्लम्स आई या क्या आपको अच्छा लगा उसके बारे में कुछ बताएं स्पेशली कैलगरी
Sure. So as I said, right, we moved from Winnipeg
Oh, yeah.
in 2015 here. At that point of time, it was not much of development, you can say, especially in Northeast area. We used to live in Coral Spring, and I remember that, there was no cityscape at
Oh.
that point of time.
It was clean.
Yeah, there was nothing there in cityscape.
Nice.
There was sky view, but there was no cityscape in between.
Okay.
So there were like the lacking part was the restaurants, the Indian restaurants, the Indian grocery stores,
Right.
and oh man, like came 2020, so much of movement happened. Interprovincial
Yeah.
migration, immigration happened.
Right.
Lots of restaurants got open. Lots of stores got open, which cater to the need of our people.
Right.
So that's the biggest change I have seen in the last 5 years, and luckily you can say that I jumped into this profession when it was just all starting.
राइट सिंस 2020 जैसे आपने कहा है कि इमिग्रेशन बहुत ज़्यादा इधर मूव कर रही है राइट लाइक खासकर फ्रॉम ब्रैम्पटन एंड ओंटारियो बेसिकली हम ज़्यादा देख रहे हैं कि वहाँ से लोग मूव कर रहे हैं तो वैसे तो बिज़नेस के लिए भी अच्छा है नो डाउट इट्स गुड फॉर बिजनेस बट रियल एस्टेट को इसने कैसे इम्पैक्ट किया
See, overall, अगर आप देखेंगे कि from 2020, as I said, right,
Yeah.
when everybody was expecting कि अब तो market down जाएगी,
Right.
there will be no fun, ये तो ऐसे कूड़े के भाव रेट मिलेंगे,
Yeah.
at that point of time, you never can, estimate or guess where the real estate market go or how it will work. So opposite happened, and the market boomed. I don't know
Right.
where the money came from, but yes, the market boomed, and the prices went at least, I will say, 20 to 30%. They shot up like
Wow.
within few months.
Very nice. Oh.
And there was a time I remember in 2021 where every week, every 2 weeks, the builders were going with their prices up and up and up.
That's insane.
Correct. And in that time, I can also tell you that there are some realtors who were just selling it for the purpose of selling,
Right.
and they might be missing the clauses which the builders were putting.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
So there was, like, as an example, the escalation clause.
Right.
So if you miss the escalation clause, your clients will be in trouble, because in that the builder is authorized to go up with their pricing, right?
Okay.
Of course, they will tell you
Yeah.
and give you the
Yeah.
option to opt out. But if you don't know, your buyers will be in trouble because they are thinking a fixed price. So that is where the experience of the realtors come into play.
And yeah, actually, I agree. And I've seen that most realtors, they don't disclose this kind of clauses before, right? I feel like when any newbie go to buy a house, like they don't share all the clauses, and even we don't read when we go and try to buy a house. We don't read every single clause there, and maybe that's why it affects a lot of people.
So you're right, Gary. As I said, right, that you're not the only one. Maybe you have
Right.
experienced it personally, as it seems like.
Yeah.
But I have, heard from so many of my clients who maybe earlier working with some other realtors or who came to me with that experience.
Right.
But as I said, right, knowledge is key in real estate. Getting a license is just getting an admission to the school.
Right.
But what you learn in that school and how you teach it later on is what is most important in real estate.
True.
So the legalities behind the contract are very important to go through with your client, so that they feel confident in buying with you.
Yeah.
Because the realtor is not there only for commission, which the general phenomena is.
Right.
That why the realtor has to go to the builder.
Yeah.
So the realtor has to go to the builder because, one, that builder is paying the realtor.
True.
Number two, they're not going to reduce the price if you go directly. Number three,
Exactly. Yeah.
for no cost, you are getting a legal representation. Number four, you're getting an expert advice from a realtor of what to buy, which area to buy, which area will appreciate more, and also to focus on your goals as a client. Like, do you need school? Do you need a daycare nearby?
Yeah.
Now, I have seen many clients who bought, in a very brand new community, and the schools are 20 kilometers away.
Yeah.
What is the
true.
fun? Because nobody guided them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I always believe that you need to first educate your clients about what is in the community, what is the future looks like in this community, the buses comes there or not.
Right.
Especially for the first time home buyers, many of them maybe only have one car or no car, right? And now they have to travel, commute every day to their work.
Yeah.
So all those things are very tiny when you think about them,
Right.
but they're very, very important once you start living in them.
No, I 100% agree. Like I've seen, and not just only that, it gives anyone a peace of mind that whoever I'm paying, whatever I'm doing, they have a peace of mind that I'm doing it right. I have someone who know everything. So I completely agree to that. But we're gonna get more into real estate later on. But first, tell me a little bit about your awards. Like it's so eye-catching, and not just this. I've seen some more sitting in your office. So can you tell us a little bit about your awards? When did you get it?
As I said, right, these are just, I can say, these are the rewards which you get when you do the work in a right way.
Right.
So it is all I will say with the support of the clients, with the help of the family, with the help of the referrals, because it's more of a referral business.
Right.
So I would like to actually thank God as well as everybody else who have supported me in this journey of last 5 years until now when I became an associate broker. So these awards, as you can see, last year I got this platinum award, and actually a couple of more awards, including a social media award.
Very nice.
So I try my best, because in nowadays I notice that social media plays a very important role.
True.
When it comes to people even have to list their house. You need to be present basically on social media. 100%. You have to be on Facebook, you have to be on Instagram, you have to be on Twitter, wherever possible, right? Because people can connect with you very easily when they see a real person behind the camera talking, and they know that, this guy lives in Calgary and he looks friendly, he looks like a family man, so let's connect with him. So I think that's where I think it puts them at ease to connect with you. So this is the result of clients only who
No,
trust
that's
me.
great, sir. No, not just the clients, but your hard work as well. जिस मर्जी डायरेक्शन में जाए, हमें हार्ड वर्क एंड it takes a lot of patience एंड जो चीज़ नहीं भी दिखती ना वो सब कुछ, बट जो मेहनत करता है उसे पता है कि इट टेक्स अ लॉट टू गेट दिस ऑन योर शेल्फ. बट या आई 100% एग्री कि जैसे आपने कहा है कि सोशल मीडिया पे उससे एक नो डाउट ट्रस्ट भी बिल्ड होता है. आप लाइक बहुत लोग आपको देखते हैं एंड इट्स लाइक अ फ्री मार्केटिंग एज वेल which you need a lot in real estate. And along with that, जैसे मैंने भी first time आपको social media पे देखा था, and when I saw you in person I was like, oh, I know you already. And which builds more trust. I felt like I can talk to you, I can come, and it made me comfortable. And not just that, you helped me with some questions as well, even though it was layman's question. But yeah, it helped me a lot to know a little bit about real estate market. But yeah, so this is my personal question. Next question, like we have just moved from Ontario, and this is like many people want to ask this question, that what should we look for when we are looking for our first home? Like what are the tips you give to any new buyer who is looking to buy for the first time?
So Gary, my advice to everyone is, and this is based totally on experience because I've helped so many first-time home buyers.
Indeed.
That पहली जेडी गलती ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, that
Yeah.
we go over budget.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we try to compete with others.
Right.
So you're buying a property to live in it.
Yeah.
You're not buying as an investor.
Right.
So what is important for you is that you comfortably sit with your spouse or your family members and see which number works for you.
Right.
Example, if your salary is 8,000 a month,
Right.
and if you want to take the installment of 6,000 a month, do you think that you'll be comfortable in paying that? Absolutely
No.
not. You will be stressed.
Right.
So you're buying it for the comfort.
Yeah.
So key point is to not go over your budget, and that
Right.
is very individualistic, right?
Right.
It is, everybody has their own budget, so I'll not go into that. But yeah, keep in mind your budget. Now, if you try to jump into a bigger product, which means like I only want a front garage home,
Yeah.
right?
Most people want
Most
that.
people
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah.
So absolutely, you can get it.
Yeah.
You have to be positive. But
Right.
as an entry level, as a first-time home buyer, you can start even with a condo. You can start with a townhouse, and
Right.
again, that will all depend on your budget.
Right.
Right? If your budget is 400,000, we know that the products which will fit your criteria are either a condo or a townhouse.
Yeah.
But at least you get your own home. You get to accumulate your equity in the house, and once you stay there for 5 years, let's say, then you move on to the next house.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
So you will have equity in the house. You have more down payment, and then you move to the next house.
Right. And just like you said that we shouldn't go over budget. So let's just take your example when you said 8,000. Like let's say me and my wife's salary, like a family income, is 8,000 a month, or let's say 10,000 to ease the numbers. So how much should we think to spend on our first home?
So again, the mistake which people make is they only count the mortgage. So let's say if the mortgage is $5,000,
I
where
agree.
are the overhead expenses? So you have to pay the property taxes, you have to pay the insurance costs, you
Right.
have to pay the utilities, and then you have your household expenses, including your car installments and your other stuff, right? Grocery, cell
Yeah.
phone bills. There is so much more.
Yeah.
So I will say always sit on a computer with your calculation, and
Okay.
if you match the 40% of your total income as your expense for the house, keep it aside, and then rest you can keep it for yourself. So I will say if you're 10,000, then 4,000 is your installment,
Okay.
but not more than that, because that might make you uncomfortable later on.
Okay, perfect. As your experience, like, have you seen anyone making this kind of mistake? Like anyone who is new and they bought like an expensive home and now they're in problem or something like that?
Well, not specifically in Calgary, but you are from Ontario.
Right.
So in Ontario, we are reading every day in the newspaper
Yeah.
that people are buying maybe in a greed.
Oh, yes.
That they bought a 2 million property now, which is only worth 1.2 million or 1.3 million.
Yes.
So now they are in trouble because they cannot afford the property, they cannot sell the property, they cannot buy the property, right? So they are leaving their deposits with the builder and also facing the legal consequences of it.
Right.
So it is, and that's the perfect example. Ontario, BC are the perfect examples right now in the market that people are suffering with their greed. And that was my first point. Stay in your budget.
Yes.
If you are in your budget and you know that you can afford it, as an example, let's say you pay $2,500 as a rent,
Right.
right? And if you bought a condo where the installment is only $2,700 or $2,500, you anyhow have to survive with your rental.
Yes.
So you're paying for your condo.
Exactly.
But if you buy a house for 8,000, where else you were paying 2,500, then there's a huge gap, which may not be fulfilled. If you lose a job, or let's say if you move to a city where the real estate is going down, the economy is going down, as at present we are seeing the unemployment rate is around 7%.
So what do you suggest, like what should like a newcomer buy? And I know according to budget, and what would you suggest me? And along with that, what are your upcoming projects here in Calgary?
So there are tons of projects which are in the market right now and which are coming up as well for the next year. So there are lots of builder deals right now.
Okay.
So which are kind of, you can say, discounted
Right.
at this point of time. So you're getting really good deals in a few communities, right, specifically.
Yeah.
But if I talk about, let's say, new communities like Lewiston,
Right.
there's Lewisburg, right, Livingston. So you will find good deals there.
Yeah.
Right, and in Cornerstone, let's say Northeast.
Yes.
Right. So there are deals available. It's just a matter of finding a good realtor.
Right.
to guide you
Yeah.
on which area will suit you, as I said in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
It depends on your goals. But there are many tons of deals, like even for the laned homes. Laned homes is like a detached home.
Okay.
You will get a semi-detached home, which is called as a duplex.
Right.
So there are deals all around the city right now, even in southwest, southeast, all the quadrants of the city. So it really depends on which quadrant you would like to target based on your goals. But definitely there are deals right now which are available.
Perfect. And sir, like another question, ये बहुत लोगों का question होता है. How do we decide कि now it's a buyer's market? क्योंकि हम social media पे बहुत सुनते हैं, but इसका meaning ज़्यादा लोगों को नहीं पता कि buyer's market है, seller's market है, और कब लें. This is an important question because ऐसे कई बारी मन में आता है कि यार अभी सही टाइम है या रुक जाएं थोड़ा सा. So उसके बारे में आप क्या कहते हो कि how do we decide कि when is the right time?
इसमें आपके 2 या 3 क्वेश्चन हैं.
Right.
So I'll answer one by one.
Sure.
So पहला आपका क्वेश्चन है कि what is the buyer's market?
Right.
So जिसने भी बेसिक इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ी है उसके लिए बड़ा सिंपल है समझना कि it is the play of demand and supply. So
Right.
when there is less supply, more demand, it's called seller's market. इसके अंदर सेलर का एज हो जाता है बिकॉज घर कम है लेने के लिए.
Yeah.
और एक घर के पीछे 10 लोग खड़े हैं लेने के लिए.
Right.
So it's a seller's market.
Okay.
जहाँ पे आज की सिचुएशन है where we have almost turned into a buyer's market, जिसका मतलब ये है कि घर बहुत ज़्यादा है मार्केट में और बायर्स कम है. तो इसका मतलब है डिमांड कम है, सप्लाई ज़्यादा है. सो बायर्स मार्केट. और फिर बीच की होती है बैलेंस मार्केट.
Okay.
जिसमें मान लीजिए कि 100 घर अवेलेबल हैं और 100, 110, 120 क्लाइंट्स हैं. सो दैट्स
Okay.
कॉल्ड अ बैलेंस मार्केट.
Yeah, okay.
जिसमें ना इधर की ना उधर की. सो दैट्स हाउ इट्स डिसाइडेड कि क्या बायर्स मार्केट है, क्या सेलर्स मार्केट है, या बैलेंस मार्केट है.
Right.
आपका सेकंड क्वेश्चन क्या था?
So along with this, मतलब पहला तो ये था कि अब हमें कैसे पता चले कि क्योंकि not everyone, आप तो जैसे इस बिजनेस में हैं तो नाउ यू नो कि कितने घर अवेलेबल हैं. बट फॉर मी हाउ आई वुड नो कि अभी इट्स अ राइट टाइम, अभी इट्स अ बायर्स मार्केट, मेरे को अच्छे प्राइस पे घर मिलेगा, तो उसके बारे में कैसे डिसाइड करें?
See, I always, tell my clients that it's never late to buy a house,
Right.
and also you can never time a real estate market. आज मार्केट स्लो है, कल को अगर टैरिफ पॉलिसी चेंज हो जाती है, राइट, और हमारे लिए विन विन सिचुएशन हो जाती है कनाडा के लिए,
Yeah.
then what's going to happen? All of the sudden, the entire buyers which are waiting right now in queue, they will all jump into the market, and then the multiple offer situation will come again. Then you will regret. Then you will say, oh, Gaurav told me the deals were there in the market, right? When we were doing the podcast,
Yeah.
after a month, announcement came and suddenly the market is 10% up.
Yeah, right.
So you can never ever time a market. If you have a budget in hand, if you are getting a good deal, you should buy. And always think about that you're not in a business of flipping.
Right.
You're buying to live, and you live somewhere. Like you're
True.
either renting, so you have to decide whether you want to pay somebody's mortgage or you
your
want
own.
to pay your mortgage.
Exactly.
Right. So
Yeah.
so it is never a time where there are no buyers or there are no sellers.
Yeah.
So basically, don't wait for the right time to come, because that will never come.
Yeah.
Right. But you're right that you have to understand the market, and for that you need to have an expert realtor, experienced
Yeah.
realtor who is knowledgeable not only for the pricing which is going on in the market, but who can tell you the future of the market.
Yeah.
And of course nobody can tell you the real future of the market, but the predictions, the assumptions, based on that, what are the possibilities of the future market
Yeah.
of real estate, right?
Right.
So you need to find a good realtor, is
Yeah.
what all I can say, who can help you in your search.
Perfect. I feel like कि I'm almost ready, and जैसे आपने मेरे को tips दी, before we met, I've always felt like this is way too complicated. इसमें बहुत कुछ है, like बहुत कुछ देखना पड़ता है. But now I feel like it's not that complicated. मतलब जैसे right now I'm paying 2,000 rent for someone's condo. I felt like I should be paying my own mortgage instead. So yeah, it made very easy for me to understand. So thank you so much for that. And with the last question, जैसे जो Calgary अभी move हो रहे हैं, for them these quadrants, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, how do they decide, like आपके accordingly, आपके experience से, let's say for Indians, I want to live in my community जहाँ पे schools भी हों, जैसे आपने कहा है, all the amenities should be close by. So, can you tell us a little bit about all these quadrants and how this work?
So basically, Gary, see, again, this is a very personalized solution which you're asking for.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, if somebody who is from our community and they work in deep southwest, I will not advise them to buy in northeast.
Right.
Right. I will say, hey, let's look into Belmont, Yorkville, those newer areas, right, in the southwest, because your job is a little closer to that, or if you're working even in downtown, right? So there is no specific answer to that, but where the majority of our community lives is in northeast and northwest. That's the majority, but that doesn't mean that our community people don't live anywhere else. They live everywhere, all around the city. Even they live outside of the city.
Yeah.
So the most common is Chestermere.
Right.
Yeah. Which is not Calgary, but a lot of people would love to live there,
right,
because they like the lake.
Area. Yes.
They like the lakes, right?
Yeah.
People live in Airdrie, right? People live in Okotoks. So Cochrane, there are so many. So I will say the range is widening right now, and it's expanding in a way that it's in all four directions, right?
Right.
So really, really personalized question. Again, once, let's say if I'm the realtor, I will sit with the client and I will try to understand their goals. And based on that, I can advise or recommend to pick those quadrants or those areas,
right,
and some specific communities. So that's all I can say.
So, sir, even though I mentioned that it's my last question, but I'm just curious, one last is, what mistakes do people do just before buying a house?
See, Gary, the common mistakes which we have observed and experienced in the past is that most of the buyers, they make a biggest mistake just before the closing, that they buy a car, either on a loan or on a lease. Second, they can take a line of credit. Third, they can apply for 2 or 3 credit cards because there is a good promo going on.
Yeah.
Right. So these mistakes should be avoided, because that can bring a lot of trouble for you, especially when you got the pre-approval before those things, and
right,
now you got a final approval, you have to do it before the closing.
Right.
Then these can become a big hindrance for you. So I will strongly advise you to never buy or lease a car, and not take a line of credit. Anything which is a credit product, don't take it until you would like to take advice, a legal advice from a lawyer, or you want to talk to your realtor on it.
सर वो तो ठीक है, बट जिसने ये गलती कर दी हो मेरे जैसा, तो वो क्या करे?
चलो देखो, गलती हर एक से होती है, राइट? बट प्रॉब्लम्स डोंट एग्जिस्ट विदाउट सॉल्यूशंस, राइट?
Right.
So not for everybody that this is valid, but in few cases we have a team of different lenders, not only the A lenders, which are
Okay.
like the big 5 banks.
Perfect.
We have other lenders which are like B lenders, C lenders, monoline lenders. So we have a team of a network of lenders who
Okay.
might be a little flexible in terms of giving you the mortgage approval, giving you the waiver
Right.
for your car loan. So you can always connect with me, and
Right.
I can help you with that as well.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. Thank you so much. Even though I have more questions, which we'll do in our next podcast, but thank you so much again for your time.